Welcome to the second round of this cube draft. We won the die roll and we will play first, and we could mulligan this. I'm thinking about it, but with the Coalition Relic and as soon as we draw an island, this is actually a really good hand. We're on the play though, so it's a bit of a greedy keep, but I'll keep it. I like greedy. He says hello and good luck, and I will reply in kind. Always nice to be courteous to your opponents. And I love friendly opponents. So basically the only reason why I kept this is because of Coalition Relic, of course. And if you draw an island, this hand is really good. We do not have removal, but we basically do not have a lot of removal anyway. We drew the island already, and now we can remand whatever he plays on turn 2, which is an auto remand for me if he plays anything. Nature's Lore, sure, let's do it. It might not be the best remand you've ever seen, but it allows me to draw cards. And here I will cast Coalition Relic over anything else. And then just pump it to get more mana. He can cast Nature's Lore yet again, but this time I have Jace. It comes onto the battlefield basically, it doesn't even come tapped into play. That's so good. So end of turn, we put a charge counter on this, and then during our first main phase we get a mana. We won't pay here, and we'll cast a Jace. We'll brainstorm with it because that's broken, and here we'll put back like this, and then next turn we can brainstorm again. Actually put back wrong, I think. But next time we can brainstorm it again, play the Trinket Mage, get the top out of my library and just do the reshuffle. He does have the Vindicate, so it will bite me in the ass the way I put them back. So I will draw the top here, which is actually the wrong card. We'll gain a mana, play a top with it, play a land, and play Precursor Golem. We'll keep the Trinket Mage in our hand just to discard to the Thirst for Knowledge. We do not have the Relic main deck, and here we will activate Coalition Relic end of turn to gain a mana and not just put a counter on it. We basically have 9 power in play. He can kill this obviously. If he can kill this, obviously it's good for him. And some kill spells like Bonds Draw or something, stuff like that is really good against this. He's playing 4 colors and black was his splash, but he obviously was able to get that with the other card, so that's a good card for him. Let's just look at the top 3 and see what we have. We have an All Is Dust, which almost kills everything from him, so we can cast that. So yeah, the rest is not something I want though, but we can force him to pay the Echo here, and we will just do that, and then we can always dust. I don't think playing always dust just for this, for a single card, is worth it, and if he doesn't pay the upkeep, he's gonna lose a lot of value. If he pays the upkeep, we can then always dust and basically wreck his entire board. So end of turn I'm gonna cast Thirst no matter what, and see what we get then. So we did pay the upkeep. So play Thirst, discard Trinket Mage and a land here, I think. Look at the top 3. Hope there's something insane like a Nicobolas. There's a Dismember. So Swamp, reanimate, Dismember, and then we'll put a charge counter on this. End of turn, we draw Dismember. We play Cryptologist. And we attack, right? He's gonna block. Pretty interesting. I think the blocks for him are fine, but Obviously, because of the dismember, we can blow him out. I'll pay for life. No, no, no. Let's just pay 2 life. And do it like this. So then all the scroll tokens die and we handled the big issue with no problem. So we saved all this dust is basically what I mean. So we'll level this once or twice. I'm thinking about it. Let's level it twice. We know what's on top and we actually want to reanimate. It's not a bad card. If he kills the precursor, we can reanimate the precursor. We play something really insane. Mother of Runes is obviously a good card, but it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna save him against all his dust. Let's see what he casts now. He has Wolf here. So I think I probably do play the all his dust here. And then get this back. Oh yeah, that's really good. So we have reanimate, right? Yeah. So we add this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we cast all his dust, reanimate this, hit for an insane amount. Yep. Cancel. So we want to float a bunch of mana. No. Undo. I'm not sure how to do this. We want all of these, so we can just use Oblivion Stone, but it's basically wrecks our entire board as well. And this hits for an insane amount, right? All is dust. But do we want to? We should know what is this. But it doesn't actually say, does it? No, it doesn't say. I'll put it back. So yeah, I'm not sure how to do it with the mana. So we'll do it like this and just use the Coalition Relic for black. Do you want to though? I mean, we have the reanimates anyway. Yeah, we'll keep up the reanimates. Doesn't matter. It's a bit too greedy to do it already, I think. And we're ahead enough to be winning this. So we have Sword Supply shares. I gain a bunch of life. I mean, if I reanimated this, I obviously still would have a Wolf here, but even then, I would just have a Wolf here, and now I have more options, obviously. We also have Oblivion Stone in case he plays something I can't handle. I can handle this, I think. It only gives him a small amount of tokens. Look at the top 3. We have a disc. I don't think I want any of these, so I'll get the Delta. Just play. Oh. Yeah, doesn't matter, does it? Let's just play the Delta and play an Oblivion Stone, and then end of turn we can save the Coalition Relic with it. 3 counters. It says non-land, so it basically kills Elspeth as well. He can gain a bit of life and hit me down, but I think I have the stronger late game deck, seeing as I have nickel balls and stuff like that. Obviously I'm not gonna block here. Gonna fetch. Get a swamp here, and then use this to put a fate counter on that. Let's hope he doesn't have an artifact hate, but he could have. I mean, it's a risk you have to take. We get Welder and Battlesphere. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 mana, so we can activate this and play Welder. But then the Battlesphere still isn't in our graveyard, so that doesn't really matter. So we can just play the Battlesphere and hit for a bunch. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just play the Battlesphere. But then... okay, I know what to do. We'll just pass the turn, let him attack, let him play something, and then play our own threats. on our own turn, being the Battlesphere and maybe the Welder altogether. We obviously switch top as well. So he's just gaining life. He's attacking me down to 19. It isn't a big deal. He has 4 cards. So we draw a card. We sack this to kill everything. We put a charge counter on this. And then during our own turn, we gain mana. We will just cast everything. We play a Mirror Battlesphere, it resolves. We play a Goblin Welder, it resolves. And we play a top, which resolves, I hope. Yep. And even then, at this point we still have, even if he has mass removal, we still have Reanimate to get the Welder back or the Mirror Battlesphere, depending on how we want to run this. We still have top in play, which is really good. And we basically are threatening almost lethal. And somewhere in those 70 cards we have a Nicobolas. So it's looking good. And he conceded. Let's just have a quick check at his graveyard, what he played. So he's basically 2 colors with splash, with double splash. So he had a bunch of creatures though. Persecute again. I'm actually not a big fan of Persecute. Arc Trail seems fine against him, doesn't it? And so as do these two. So I actually want these two in, I think. But what do I want out then? It's a good question. Maybe the Nightscape Familiar won't be good enough, so let's cut that. And then the Precursor obviously won't be good enough either with the removal he has. So we'll run it like this and see how it goes. We cut 1 artifact, so the Welder also loses some value, but I think it's still strong enough. Let's see to my email, because I got an email. I see. Obviously this isn't the best thing you want with a bonfire, but we have all our colors. We have a turn 1 top 2 looter. There's no way I'm mulliganing this, right? What do we get with his Steam Vents? He has turn 1 Mother of Runes though. That's really good. We get a top. I lead with the island just so I can play the looter. Do I actually have a Steam Vent? I think I do. He has a 2-drop. Oh, also Deep Shadow. Not a big deal, is it? Oh, and he has Skull Clamp. Wow. So here, if I could, I would play Bonfire for 1, obviously, but I can't. So looter draws me cards. The disc is something really good, something that I will use against him. So I will cast turn 4 disc and activate it, and if he basically casts something as well with a 1 toughness, I will use Bonfire here. Just to clear something. Mother, obviously a big hassle for me. But at this point it's just survival until I can activate this guy. I hate that card. I really hate that card. I think it's a bit too powerful for what it is. I can attack it with looter, but I don't draw a card. I think I actually do want to draw a card. So he plays Fauna Shaman, yeah, that's fine. So he only has 1 card in hand though. So I think we attack him first. To see what we draw. Okay. We get a Coalition Relic, which is really good. We'll discard this, play a Coalition Relic. And then next turn we can cast Nefarious Disc. But we still have to deal with that. At this point he obviously has lead. We can also bonfire for 2 next turn. Clear an insane amount of his board, but the skull clamp is also going to be an issue. So he's gonna draw some cards from his own. I mean, skull clamp is broken. It was banned in standard, it's banned in legacy. It's legal in vintage, but vintage obviously isn't a creature format. But skull clamp, holy shit, it's insane. I think I had it myself once, and it's really hard to lose with it. That's all I can say. So yeah. So I have to get the disc active, and even then I only have 9 cards left. So that's a bit of a nuisance. I think I will just check with Coalition Relic what the next cards will be. The problem is, even if I get disc active, I might still lose. So I actually want to see if I can have Oblivion Stone, which I do, because Oblivion Stone is just better at this point. We do not get mana out of that, but that doesn't matter. We play Oblivion Stone. I don't think we attack. We don't want to get rid of any of the cards in our hands. It can block, obviously, but so the other 2 cards weren't what I wanted. Maybe the Thirst, but I forgot how I put back. So we can use the Coalition Relic anyway to see. But I think I want the extra mana to have the top be played. I hope I put it back correctly. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? Because he mills me. Yeah, he mills me. Which is fine. I don't really hate that I get milled. What did I get milled for though? Nicol Balls is gone, Jace is gone. Necromancy, I think I sideboarded out. I'm not sure, but if it's still in there, I can get Welder and stuff like that. I'm a bit saddened that I lose Coalition Relic, but he had Ancient Grudge. Okay, so fine. And he can also flashback it, so disc isn't even good. Oh wow, he's gonna flashback it like that. So does he have lethal next turn? And then sacrifice this. Get a land. What do I still have? Necromancy for what? Nope, let's concede. So we did sideboard in Artifact Hate. So I might think about that in sideboarding. So we can do Persecute. What did we see already? We saw a lot of creatures, so I actually want a bunch of red. I think I want Vizara over Kokusho. None of these are something I want. So we basically sideboard in a bunch of creature hate. 3 cards too many though. Trinket Mage is gone at this point. This is hard. Enclave is gone, I think. No, let's get rid of the Welder. And what else do we not want? Maybe the Necromancy. And then we just want an extra mountain as well. Or maybe the Nicol Balls is gone. It's too slow. Yeah, let's try it like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have a steam vent, so it's 6 red sources. We play first, and we keep this. Would you like to mulligan to 6 cards? No. We gotta play the turn 1 Rocket Torpedo. Just to have the option to rolling Earthquake for 1. If he has Mother of Runes, just to have the option to turn to Remand, whatever he plays. Because we only have 2 lands. He's thinking about mulliganing. or he's not there. He mulligans to 6. He's still thinking. Obviously, mulliganing in cube isn't that insane. So we have a Rocket Arpit. We're not gonna crack it on our own upkeep, which we can, but it doesn't matter. We actually want to draw the lands. So he has a Skull Clamp turn 1. Really good draw, or really good whatever he has. So here we have Remand open, which we will cast on whatever he plays. If he plays anything, he doesn't. So we'll crack this and get a Mountain, and we will crack this and get the Watery Grave, and we won't pay 2 life. Then we draw a Swamp, so we can cast that and get a top, and we should be able to hit all our land traps now. He has Sakura, so I will remand that. And he did have a land trap, so it doesn't really matter. As did I, but I do not have the correct mana. I think playing disc here is something I have to do. He can play the Sakura obviously, but I can get rid of Skull Clamp with the disc. Wow, he has a lot of mana lands. So yeah, Sakura, you can equip it and then draw 2, which he does. I mean, that's fine. He pays 3 mana to draw 2 cards. That's pretty standard. Let's look at the top 3, see if we can find an island. We do, and we will. This is annoying. The problem with this is if I just cast Jace, he can basically animate one of these two, so I have to Fate Seal, but I think it's still good enough to do so. And this doesn't kill my Jace, so let's look at the top card of his library and put that. Yeah, let's put it on the bottom. Even though it doesn't have land for it, it's something that's hard for me to deal with. So now he can animate this, but he can't equip it, so it basically knocks this down to 1, and then I have this backup. Or he can play something big, but still disc is there for me to get me out of this situation. The only thing I don't want to see is the Planeswalker. It doesn't look like he has that, so he can have Ancient Grudge for the disc. It's a risk I have to take. Creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. That's fine. That's fine as well. Again, pay 3 mana to draw 2 cards. He obviously hit his land trap. He doesn't. Wow. Wow. That's terrible for him. I mean, it's not that I have any kind of skill here. He just missed his land trap. So let's draw 3. We missed our land trap as well. So this is not something we'll cast now, and this is not something we'll cast now, and we'll keep open the Thirst for Knowledge. So he has Smash to Smithereens. We'll draw a card. Then we'll cast Thirst for Knowledge. Get rid of Coalition Relic, and then just activate this. In this case, he can activate Raging Ravines, but he can't equip it anymore, so he still has to find a way to deal with Jace. Obviously, getting rid of the disc was really good for him, but it's not life-threatening. Yeah, you can get rid of the mountain. Not a big deal, because I basically still have top to find me stuff. He is gonna animate it and probably attack Jace here. which is what I would do as well. Obviously not a bad play for him. It's really hard for me to deal with these kind of lands though. So yeah, there's that. How did, oh yeah. I was like, how did I draw that? But that's obvious. So let's see. Do we have anything we want to reanimate? No, not yet, right? Nope. So let's just play Oblivion Stone here. It's non-land permanent, so it's not really great against these things. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if I made a land trap. Let's just check. Yeah, I played land, so these aren't gonna be played. Neither is this though, so. And he's gonna kill the Jays, but it's gonna cost him 2 turns to deal with it, which is fine for me. Next turn I can play Vizara, hope that it survives. If it doesn't, I can usually Necromancy it unless they have Source Supply Shares. And if this survives, it's pretty much GG, right? He's a creature-based deck. He only has Vindicate and Source Supply Shares that I know of to get rid of this. And being creature-based makes it really hard for him to deal with it. Does he have the Planeswalker? No, because it's tapped wrong. He has Eternal Witness, which is even worse. So he gets Strip Mine, right? What is he targeting? Oh, he targets Skull Clamp, obviously. He then plays Cradle, which gives him the mana he wants. Yep. And then he attacks Jace. So let's activate this. Let's get the visions. And let's kill. We can kill this. Suspend. No, we can't kill this because we do not have. Oh, that sucks. So all we have is play Vizara, and then he can play Skull Clamp, and I'm screwed. So I basically have to keep this up for Skull Clamp shenanigans, and I'll just play Ancestral Visions, suspended at least. I mean, the 2 damage I'll get from that isn't that big of a deal. If he animates this, it's gonna cost him his entire turn. I take 7, I go down to 12, but I'm still satisfied with that at this point. Then next turn I can run out of Vizara. But I actually have to keep Oblivion Stone to deal with Skull Clamp, because it's really annoying. Skull Clamp wins games. I mean, he drew 4 cards from it. I had to deal with it. He had Smash the Smithereens. He basically has Ancient Grudge and Smash the Smithereens to stop my artifact removal. And all is dust. I mean, these 2 cards are really annoying for me to deal with. I can't express it enough. None of my removal basically kills it, except Incinerate kills Treetop. And the disc is already gone. It trumps a lot of my creatures, stuff like that. So he did already play his land. I get a text message. Team. So yeah, it's just something for tonight. So he's gonna animate and attack. I'm surprised he tapped Cradle here. Seems like an odd choice, but yeah. Because it would give him 1 extra mana if he would do something post-combat. Let's see what he does. He plays Stormscape Battle Mage, so basically it destroys an artifact, right? He kicked it with second kicker, so yeah, it's gonna destroy Oblivion Stone, so it's gonna force me to use Oblivion Stone yet again. So let's just draw a card here and then activate this. So it's gonna kill 2 of his creatures. I'm fine with that. We draw top. We drew Devil's Play. We can play Necromancy on Eternal Witness, get back one of my mass removal cards, play one of them. We can get back Oblivion Stone by Necromancy in his Eternal Witness. Is that good enough though? I think Disc is just stronger, right? But it's slower. But even then, Necromancying his Witness allows me to get back Disc. Allows me to get rid of one of his lands. And I can still play top here. So Disc is a bit slow, but it can also block one of these. I think this has trample. No, it doesn't. This has trample then. Obviously not his. The 3-top has trample. But yeah, so we have a blocker here for the Raging Ravine, so we can only do 3 damage at this point. We have the Disc to kill one of his lands and to kill stuff. We still have the Vizara option up. But he does have a Skull Clamp. Oh, and he has Flicker Wisp to get the Eternal Witness. I didn't see Flicker Wisp yet, so that's really, really good for him that he has Flicker Wisp there. What is he targeting though? Targeting Eternal Witness, of course. Ah, that sucks. Just saying to him, that sucks for me. And he can also Skull Clamp the... Oh yes, Sword of Body and Mind as well. Holy moly. So basically you have to do the All Is Dust here. And he has a Skull Clamp. Is he gonna Skull Clamp? No, right? Yes, he is. That's fine. So he will draw 2 cards. He will get back Witness, and let's see what he gets back into his hand. I think Witness Flicker Wisp is really strong, so he should get back Flicker Wisp. And he targets Flicker Wisp, yeah. I think that's the correct play. Now for me, this means I have to cast All Is Dust, right? I can also look at the top, but All Is Dust only gets rid of the 1 Eternal Witness. And then if he gets back Flicker Wisp, Smash to Smithereens is instant. What else can we do? We can play Vizara and hope that gets us there. He still has a bunch of cards, but he hasn't played any removal yet. And then we can play All Is Dust the turn after if he has something. I think that's the correct play. I obviously should have topped end of turn, I think, but I didn't, so yeah. Hello, thank you. So Vizara is really good here, but I don't think it's good enough to stop what he has going on. I still have this insane amount of removal, but I already lost one of my mountains, and if I did get a mountain, I could have easily just killed this, but I didn't. So he has Putrefy as well, good to know. So he has Putrefy, Vindicate, and Source Plowshares. I'm gonna draw a few extra cards in a few turns, but it might be too late by then, just because of this. What else do I have in my deck that deals with this? Nothing, right? The only 3 cards that were available are gone, or at least seem to be gone. So yeah, let's take the hit here, fall down to 10. He gets a token, which doesn't really matter unless he keeps Skull Clamp to it, which he should. He can also Flicker Wisp, Eternal Witness, which is what he's gonna do. At this point though, All Is Dust is gonna be really good. But then he animates 3-top and just kills me, right? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he has really good interactive deck. So let's just look at the top 3. He's targeting Putrefy, so he's getting back removal. I can get Bonfire, Swamp, or Enclave. All trash, seeing as I can't cast the Bonfire, so that's not useful. Let's get the Swamp and just see what our other cards is. Putrefy also kills artifacts, right? So he has an insane amount of artifact hate. And then let's look at the top. We can play all this, but it's not gonna matter. Let's do it like this. Play all his dust just to show him that we have it, but and to allow him to make a mistake, I guess. But he should be able to see the win, right? He should be able to see just animate to keep sword and attack. It's not that hard to see. No, he tapped this, so he's gonna do it like that, sure. Let's already type GG, well played. Yep. So we lose here, even though it was a fun deck and especially a fun opponent to play against. Really good deck. So thanks for watching and hope to see you in the future.